Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge interior wall sconce called the Arc Ellipse Single Light 2075-21. Awesome fixture. Let's get into details on this. This is going to be 7.5 inches high from the bottom of the fixture to the top of the fixture. Overall height 9 inches wide, and projection from the wall out is going to be 4 inches. So anything that's going to be 4 inches or less becomes ADA compliant, and what that means is Americans with Disabilities Act says that you can use this in a lot of different applications if you are an architect or interior designer, like a restaurant or a doctor's office or any of those kind of places, hospital, and this will work great for you. Also, you can use a lot of different LEDs in this. We'll talk about that in just a second. So let's get into more detail. Back plate on the wall is going to be 4.75 by 4.75, and then the distance from the bottom of the fixture, which is going to be the glass, to the middle of the electrical outlet box is coming in at 4.8 inches. And I want to show you more about that, and how we're going to do that if you're on the site for this is we're going to look at the install sheets right now. So look over on the right hand side of the screen, and if you're on the page for this fixture, you'll see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a lot of good info. It's going to show you a full parts list, how you put it together, how you put the glass on, which we'll go over in just a second. It's also going to show you how the back plate goes onto your 4-inch junction box without any problems at all. Okay, so let's move on and we'll talk about another quick thing. This is reversible, so you can point this down and get a lot of good task lighting. You can also point this up, and what that's going to do, light will come through it, but a lot of light's going to go up and hit your white ceiling. Let's say this is in a bathroom or something, and that light is going to bounce around the room. That's called ambient light. People will use this in a lot of different applications, like stairways, because it can put light down. They'll put it maybe in a home theater, so it can put light up and just put a gentle light around. It's a very wonderful fixture to use in all these different places. Okay, why don't we move into what's inside of this and what you can use in it. It's going to be using a medium base threaded socket, and you can put up to 60 watts for an incandescent bulb. This is the old incandescents we used to use. This is a A19, just so you know. But you can also use LEDs, and there's a lot of LEDs that will fit into this without any problem at all. This is an A19 as well. This is a A15, and that's just the size of the light bulb. These are two different types of LEDs, just so you know. This is just the older version, if that could be the case, older for LEDs. These are the new phosphorus ones that are clear. Doesn't matter, you can use whatever you like. This is an A19 phosphorus one, so you can see there's different types of these. This is probably a 60 watt equivalent. You can find these A19s up to 100 watt equivalent if you do your due diligence out on the internet. You just have to kind of look around. The other thing is, when you're buying LEDs, you can buy the color temperature that you like. So this light coming down on my hands is actually coming from an LED that's 3000 Kelvin. That's the same warmth as these older incandescent bulbs. I tend to like that myself. You may elect to like the cooler, whiter light. That's going to be 4000, 5000 Kelvin. It's totally up to you which one you get. And just the other thing is, if you want to dim this, make sure the LED says dimmable, and it'll tell you right there. Okay. So let's talk about the glass for a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is this beautiful kind of milky, translucent white glass, and how they make this is a couple different ways. So this is actually hand blown. A lot of people think it's just white glass, but it's so beyond that. So it's a hand-blown piece of clear glass to begin with, and then they blow in a white layer on the inside, and after that they come back and they actually sandblast the entire thing. So it's got this milky, translucent things going on, and when you look at the edges, you can see layers of glass in there. It's really amazing. So it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of glass on its own, and just thought you should know that. Okay, so moving on from there, let's talk about how to put the glass on, because you're going to notice on the install sheets they talked about this tool. It's a retaining ring tool. It's going to accept the retaining ring that goes around the threaded socket, our little friend right here. Remember that? So this has a flared end, and you're just going to take this and you're going to set it inside. This is going to take the place of your hand, which normally is just going to be too big to get inside of this. So you just gently put that in. You're going to, well, how are we going to do this? Let's say this is pointing up at the time. So you're going to use this as the place of your hand, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. It's going to put that retaining ring on, and then when you're done, you pull it out, you take it out, and you'll notice the ring's not there. It's holding the glass onto the fixture. Take this and put it into a junk drawer in your kitchen someplace and make it disappear for the rest of your life, so you never have to call me to order one, because I do sell these all the time. Okay? So after that, why don't we talk about a couple more things. Let's talk about metal finish. So if you're on our site, you're going to see a bunch of red tabs over on the left One of those is a finishes help guide, and if you can watch this video and after this click on that for me and open that up, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you about the differences in Hubbardton forge finishes for the metal and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below that, so scroll down a little bit. Those are all the finishes you can get this fixture in. Watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures: dark smoke, burnished steel, bronze. Bigger window is going to pop up and show you lots of different samples of different Hubbardton forge fixtures in that finish. That thing's a really great reference for you guys to like bring the showroom to your own home, and you'll see so many things that you really can't see just in pictures, basically. So we have this on display, where we have this? Oh, on the first floor of our showroom. We have over 350 Hubbardton forged fixtures spread across 2 floors. You can see what we have here because we have a what's on display page on our website. Isn't that awesome? Back in the red tabs over there. So check that out. It'll show you what's here. We also have a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's a returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples, and it's an amazing deal for you guys. If you are going to visit us, do me a favor. Measure all the stuff you can think of. So measure all the distances between junction boxes and ceilings and walls and floors. Measure your counters and your tables and all those good things, so when you guys come you can take advantage of the clearance stuff because it's a really great deal for you. The other thing is, if you have an iPad, take pictures of everything and bring that with you so we can kind of see all the things you're doing, so we can help you with your choices. And bring a good size SUV because the boxes are generally packed for shipping for the clearance stuff, and they tend to be on the bigger side, okay? When you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if you ship out of the state of Vermont. Some really big items, and those are going to tell you on the page for it, as well as custom things, are going to be non-returnable. It's keep your eyes out for that because we're talking big things on pallets for the most part. We also offer a rush program. So rush takes you from Hubbardton Forge's normal 3 to 4 weeks in production. We can cut that down to about 2 weeks, and it's very inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can tell you more. Okay? So our showroom is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6, and I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call me at 802-446-2400. You can email us all the time at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we would love to talk to you. Okay? Thanks for stopping in today. We will talk to you guys again soon, and have a great day. Bye-bye.